So, everyone is talking about AI, right? It feels like there's this mad dash to get your hands on all the latest tools. But you gotta wonder, is faster always better? In this explainer, we're gonna break down why having a smart strategy completely crushes sheer speed when it comes to making AI actually work for you. Let's dive in.
And this quote, it absolutely nails the challenge we're all facing. It is so easy to just flip a switch on a new AI tool. I mean, anybody can do it, but using it wisely, to get real value and avoid some major disasters, well, that takes a plan. It takes a strategy. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. Right now, it feels like we're in the middle of a massive AI gold rush. Every company out there is scrambling to stake its claim, grabbing every new tool they see, just hoping they'll strike it rich. But here's the thing about gold rushes. They usually create a whole lot more chaos than actual treasure. And that leads to this hard truth. Just throwing new tech at a problem, it just doesn't work. Without a real plan, you're not actually solving anything. You're just creating this tangled, complex mess that wastes time, burns through money, and honestly just frustrates everyone on your team. It's not progress, it's just noise. And look, this isn't just some theory I'm talking about. The lack of a plan has very real, very painful consequences. So let's walk through a super common example to see exactly what happens when good intentions just go completely off the rails. So, picture this. A company decides to automate its entire customer support system with a brand new AI chatbot. The goals seem awesome, right? Save some money, respond to people faster, and make everything more efficient. On paper, it looks like a total win-win. What could possibly go wrong? Well, the reality was a complete disaster. That big push for efficiency, it totally backfired, leaving them with a flood of angry, frustrated customers. The drive to save money, it just led to a total lack of oversight. And that promise of faster responses, all it did was generate way more complaints. Ouch. And the problem is so much bigger than just one bad chatbot. When you don't have a strategy, you run the risk of misusing these incredibly powerful tools. You open yourself up to all kinds of ethical risks. You can even alienate your own team, who might start resisting the tech. And ultimately, you can destroy the very trust you've worked so hard to build with your customers. So what's the lesson in all this? It's pretty clear. A good strategy doesn't just help you avoid these risks. It actually helps you turn them into a real competitive advantage. It's the essential bridge that takes you from total chaos to real clarity. Okay, so how do you actually build that bridge? The answer is a clear, actionable AI strategy. And don't worry, this isn't some 100-page, super complex document. It's a really practical framework, and it's built on 4 essential pillars that can guide you straight to success. At its core, an AI strategy is really just a clear plan. It forces you to answer the big questions. Why are we even using AI in the first place? Where is it going to add the most value? Who is going to be accountable for it? And how are we going to make sure we use it responsibly? It's all about connecting the shiny new technology back to your people and your core purpose. And these are the 4 pillars that hold that strategy up. First up, clear objectives. You have to know exactly what problem you're trying to solve. Don't just chase after the latest cool thing. Second, data readiness. Your AI is only as good as the data you feed it. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out. Third, people and skills. Your team needs to be trained and ready before you roll out these tools. And finally, governance and ethics. You need clear rules of the road to make sure everyone's using AI responsibly and consistently. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A common fear is that strategy is just a fancy word for replacing people with machines. But a truly smart strategy does the exact opposite. It actually empowers people by showing exactly where human insight is not just valuable, but absolutely irreplaceable. So, does having an AI strategy mean you just automate everything and walk away? The answer to that is a huge, resounding no. It's about smart automation, not total automation. And believe me, there is a massive difference. A strong strategy always, and I mean always, keeps humans in the loop for the most important stuff. That means people are making the high-impact decisions. People are actively monitoring how the AI is performing. And people are constantly reviewing the ethical side of things to make sure everything lines up with your values. And that's really the ultimate goal here. A great AI strategy enhances what we humans are capable of. It doesn't try to remove our responsibility. It turns AI into a powerful partner that makes our own skills and judgment even stronger. So why does all of this actually matter to you personally?
because a good strategy transforms AI from just being a bunch of scattered tools into a single cohesive system that actually helps everyone, from the CEO all the way down to every single person on the team.
Think about it. With a real strategy in place, you can start making better, smarter, data-driven decisions. You can use AI with confidence because you know there are guardrails in place. And maybe most importantly, you can finally make sure that all this cool innovation actually aligns with your core values. And that brings us to this final, really crucial point. Success with AI isn't some race to see who can adopt it the fastest. It's about who can be the smartest. The organizations that are truly going to win in this new era, they're going to be the most thoughtful and deliberate planners. So what's the one thing to take away from all of this? It really just comes down to this. Think before you automate and plan before you scale. That right there is the fundamental difference between just chasing the hype and creating real, measurable, and lasting impact with AI.